Hello and welcome to Old Trafford, where earlier today we were joined by Manchester United women trio, Fallon Tullis-Joyce, Gabby George and Melvin Mallard for a very special fans Q&A as we approach the Manchester Derby on the 4th of May. We're expecting a bumper attendance, and we're also joined by 8 university students who have been tasked with helping push the narrative and help further focus on the game. Here's what we got up to earlier today.
Okay, so my name is Martin. I'm studying at Manchester Met, and my question is, how do you prepare mentally and physically for a high-stakes game like the Manchester Derby?
So even though it's a high stakes game, like I would say derby, just my accent, but it's still the same preparation for any game. Honestly, you're just coming in, doing the best that you can. You've already prepared yourself so much in every single training session, so you just have to trust your ability in that moment and trust your teammates as well. So even though it's high pressure, I know that my teammates have my back, and likewise, I have theirs.
Hi Gabby, nice to meet you. With yourself growing up in the area, how big do these Manchester derbies mean to yourself personally?
Yeah, I think growing up in Manchester, these are the games that you look out for when the fixtures get released. I think there's nothing better than winning a Manchester derby.
What's your earliest memory of the Manchester derby, either the women's or men's?
I think for the men's it was when Wayne Rooney scored his overhead kick, and the women's was when we beat City at the Etihad 4-2.
Hi, I'm Ollie. Thank you for giving us your time today. Could I just ask how the intensity and the pressure of a derby day differs to other matches and how you handle that pressure?
Don't have a lot pressure, no, because I don't want to think a lot pressure, because when you think it's dead for you, and I don't want that. I want just said in my heart, mind, that is football. You need to enjoy this moment. You know, when we play a derby for City, that's so amazing here. It's Manchester United for Manchester City. It's crazy, and yes, I want just said, let's go, because that is good moment for the player in the game, and yeah.
Great, thank you.
Just thinking, give my body is not pressure, not pressure. Play your football.
Could I just ask how important it is for you as a player to have that home support, and what would it mean to you to walk out on the 4th of May through that tunnel and see a packed out Old Trafford supporting you?
Yeah, I think it means everything. I think as a Manchester United fan myself, I know how crazy they can be, and hearing them cheer us on is like an extra player for us. They've been there for the whole season so far, so we want to get as many as we can for this final push, and hopefully they can push us on to qualifying for the Champions League.
And how do you manage that kind of expectation as well, and the pressure not only of playing in a derby but also if in a bigger crowd? How do you manage that expectation?
I think it's what we've always wanted, playing women's football. I've been in the game for 11, 12 years now and seen the growth massively, and 12 years ago I would have been dreaming of being able to walk out at Old Trafford in a packed out stadium. So I think it's more excitement than it is pressure, because it's what we wanted, and hopefully we can strive towards that and get it on a weekly basis.
The fans are always such a huge part of derby matches. How important is to have the support in key matches like this one?
I told before, the fan, it's 12 player. You are the 12th player, and we need you sometimes, because the game is so hard. 90 minutes, it's so hard, and sometimes we need the energy for us on the pitch, for the derby maybe, because the derby is so competition, and the fun, it's here for give the player energy, for give the good vibe, for also we thinking the football is enjoy the football, and when the fun is here, and sometimes the singer no chant, that is good, Me, a lot players sometimes don't listen, but me, I listen and I'm enjoy. I'm saying, oh, nice, that's just my song, and now I'm happy of the game, and that's just good. Yeah.
Where do you see women's football in the next 5 to 10 years, and what role do you hope to play in its evolution?
I think if we're just talking about the previous 5 to 10 years, the growth has just been absolutely exponential. So I'm hoping that we continue that trend, just the up and up and up. So now we're seeing a lot of growth in leagues like the American League, the NWSL, here in the WSL, and as well as the French League. And then, the Spanish League, the German League, and every other league, we can really just keep rising so that all these competitions get greater and greater, and we see that in an international impact as well. And then my role in the next 5 to 10 years, I would love to continue to bridge sport, science, and art. So bringing that to light, I think these things can be so interconnected. You have sports fans that are always so passionate about the game. So if we can just trickle in a little bit about the love for the environment and the planet we live on, I think that would be really cool.
So my question for you is, so young girls that want to play football, but obviously there's a lot of barriers for young girls who are trying to get into football. So what piece of advice can you give them so they can engage with the sport?
Yeah, I think first and foremost it's about enjoying it. I think there's no point in doing it if you don't enjoy it. I think me as a little girl growing up, I loved football, and that's why I stayed in it, because it wasn't really a dream. It was just what I did to fulfill how I felt about football. I think my most important message is always to enjoy what you're doing and work hard at it, because the women's game is growing every single year, and it's not as easy as it used to be now to just get into women's football. So like I said, I think it's about enjoying it but working hard at the same time. If that's what you want to do, then you can do anything that you want to, but make sure you put everything into it.
So what can fans expect on the 4th of May at the Manchester Derby?
I think they can expect a fighting Manchester United team like they've seen for the whole season. I think we worked hard to get where we are now, and it's about finishing the season on a high. So I think they'll see us come out fighting, because we want to win games of football, and like I said, we want to be qualifying for Champions League, and that's what we've got to do to beat these teams.
What are your favourite memories of football as you was growing up?
But my favorite here, it's when we win FA Cup. Wembley, because that's first time for me in Wembley. So massive stadium and a lot fun, and the first trophy also for Manchester. I want to say also my first Champions League win with Lyon. That is good moment for me.
Yeah. And what inspired you to get into football?
I'm start a lot sport in my life. That's true. I play handball. I play karate. You know karate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Karate is French, but I speak French. You understand French? Yes, boxing, and in my city I have a lot boyfriend play the football, and I said I won't try that, because I have a character, a lot character. Me, you don't see that, but I have a lot character. And yes, in football for me it's the sport individual, but collective also. That is true, because when you're training, you need focus yourself for performance, but you need to put your performance individual for the collective, and for me the football it's good, it's both, and it's not just individual, it's both. Donc that is good for me. And yes, in my family I have just me play football. I love.
Thank you.
Hi Gabby, I hope that you are well.
Thank you.
I'm really looking forward to the 4th of May. I'll be here myself, so it should be a good day. I was just wondering, do you think the 4th of May will be a bit of a celebration of the football club, the women's team, with the success over the last few years, getting everyone here together? I think it will mark a good occasion, especially winning the FA Cup a year ago as well. It will cap off a nice period really for United at the moment.
Yeah, I think obviously, like I said, we're here to do one thing, and that's win on the day, and then hopefully we can celebrate everything after that. But no, I think we've done well over the last couple of years, but it's about progressing now. Like I said, at Manchester United we want to win trophies, and that's been from the men's, the women's, the youth teams. That's what we want to do, so it's just about taking every single game and hopefully striving towards that.
Hi Fallon, I'm Tom. What advice would you give to young girls aspiring to be in a position like yourself in the next few years?
I think I love to say sometimes we can be so wrapped up in thinking that we just have to be better. But it's so easy to say enjoy the game, but to slow it down and just be a sponge to all the information that's being given to you around you, and having passions off the field too, I would say. Like when things are getting a little bit too, hustle and bustle in the sports world, it's important to then take yourself away, because I'm sure as soon as you pay attention to all those other areas of your life, it'll be a lot more enjoyable on the field as well.
Why Manchester United? For people that don't, there's a lot of people that follow the men's game. They support Manchester United, Man City, and all of this. What people that don't support any team in the women's game? Why Manchester United?
I think Manchester United, even though we know the men's team so well and they have such a history, the women's team has so much promise and potential because we are so recently founded. And you have players like Millie Turner and Ella Toone who have been here the whole time. Gabby George also being a part of the academy. You have players that have been here through and through. And it's something that you can just, again, join and be a part of the start of really this hopefully long and great history. Like winning the FA Cup last year was just one trophy on the shelf, and we're really going for more.
Finally, what's a message for fans? Like, what can they expect on the 4th of May?
A great game.
That's everything from us here at the Theatre of Dreams, with 8 university students posing some really good questions to Fallon, Gabby and Melvin this afternoon. We hope to see you here on the 4th of May as United aim for that top 3 finish as we host Manchester City in the Women's Derby. Remember to secure your seat now, don't miss out.